Hello, everyone. So, we are back with the last episode of the year, which is amazing, of Land, Oceans, and Business. And today we have an incredible guest. I can't wait for this conversation. So, meet Ömer Jakabagi. Oh my God, I'm so sorry about this horrible pronunciation. Yes, I am a Latina, not Turkish, but here we go. I'm going to try again after we finish the podcast. He's the amazing founder of Gamigion. For those who don't know, it's a journal of industry experts sharing amazing knowledge while also acting as a mobile gaming jobs platform. And as I already said, I wanted to bring someone to the last episode of the year who was incredibly knowledgeable about all things gaming and nature. And if you're wondering why nature, go and check on my LinkedIn photo because that will say it all. So yeah, I also wanted to bring someone with epic energy. And I thought about him. We met maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and I felt a click immediately. So we said, okay, let's do it. It's gonna be amazing. So yeah, welcome, Ahmed. It's amazing to have you here.
Thank you so much. Isabella, it's so nice intro. It can actually be the best intro in my life, including my surname. I still love it. No worries.
Especially the surname. Oh my god, terrible.
We are all humans.
Jakabagi. Done. It's done. I have it
Proud
fast
of you.
without thinking too much.
Yeah. So
Oh, I love
starting
these.
from my LinkedIn profile, yes, I love monkeys. I love nature. Um, but of course, we also love gaming and whatnot. So yes, basically here, Ömer and founder of Gamigion. So yeah, talking about my side, basically what I am doing at Gamigion, we are creating a space where the gaming industry grows together, which means content and the jobs platform side. So we have like so many more than 50 gaming experts there, and they are talking about user acquisition, monetization, development, art, whatnot. So literally bringing their own unique perspectives. So Gamigen isn't like just a platform. It's more like community that actually values learning, connection, fun, similar to Jobs platform as well. It's like, everything is for free just to support the industry. So
But
it's
better.
just, that's just genuine care and with a purpose, kind of like added value to the industry.
You're putting it so humbly, but it's actually amazing. The whole platform you've built, I love it. And I think it's amazing what you're doing. And I was just telling you that I love how much you're thriving on LinkedIn as well. I see an incredible community built online with the website, with the jobs, with the journaling, with the events section also, but now also on LinkedIn. So I'm super happy to see that everything is going so well. And let's hope that it only keeps growing. Omer, so I have one question that is actually the main purpose of this podcast, and it's the connection between sustainability and business. And it's, how did you become, just to start off the whole conversation, how did you become so passionate about sustainability? What's the story behind?
Actually, that's like long story, but let's make it short. I would say like we are just all the same. That's what I believe. Like we are all connected. We are all the same. I could be right now doing what you are doing. I could be a game developer. I could be a VC person. So that's what I feel, and that's the story behind. So to me, like very straightforward. It's very simple. So I really believe in being human centric and the nature itself. Growing up, I realized how the earth supports everything we do, how connections can actually unlock literally anything. And that understanding became central to both my life and what I am currently doing as well. So for Gamigen, I just want to help people from different verticals. Gamigen is about respecting our relationship with gaming industry, people, nature, quality content, offering hope and bringing value into the gaming world. I would say, yeah, that's mainly it.
I love how you say that everything is interconnected, right? At the end of the day, And I think that as humans, we forget this so easily and so fast, especially when we're growing a business, or when we see society the way it's developing, or when we see technology, or even for games, when a company starts growing or a gaming studio, it's very hard to see that every single action that we take will have a very big impact wherever, in the environment, in society, in the people around you. So I love how you managed to create this interconnection between planet, people, business, culture, everything in one go. I just have one question, and it's actually the story. Was there a moment where you started to become more passionate about sustainability, or was it something that happened naturally? Was there an experience? Was there, I don't know, a specific moment in time when
Actually,
this
that's
happened?
so, like, specifically for Gamigion, what I am doing right now, it's actually like, I would say, over the industry events for the last years, even before pandemic, I always felt like I need to bring some value to the industry because it's my characteristics, as I mentioned. And I was, of course, hearing about the many main problems, like people are complaining about long working hours, maybe, or career opportunities, or that they need to learn. And I was hearing about all these things. Hey, I want to do this, but the problem is this, or maybe salaries, so many things.
I love
But
that.
I just love when I really can somehow support people. Um, so yeah, then I just wanted to say, okay, I should do something. But what? With chatting with people, like literally, I tried. You actually cannot do much when you just chat with people. You need to do something. It's not like just talking. So okay, and then I said, okay, I will stop talking. Then I thought, okay, let's go easy, one by one. Let's separate it. Let's chew it, make it small. I started writing a weekly newsletter where I bring all the quality things from the mobile gaming space together. So it was for both supporting the content creators, because we must be thankful to them. They are like literally spending maybe hours to produce high quality content. So like there is Anton, Sergi, Andrei, Gökhan, Yos, so many people from our authors that's regularly right. I am thankful for them. On the job side, right now, for example, like this week, Play Studios actually declared that they will cut down their workforce 30%. Okay, what does it mean? They are already 700 people. So until the end of year, they will fire more than 200 people. Or last week, one of the biggest studios in Finland, Fingersoft, they said that their ad monetization is going bad, so decline in ad revenues. They will lay off 14 people. That's why I created the job board, and they can literally see all the mobile gaming jobs with one click. So it's kind of like offering hope. Of course, it wasn't so easy to bring together everything there. Like there are right now like more than 3,000 jobs. All in all, that makes the industry feel human again from my side. So it's just for resilience and openness, which is actually something that I want to even have more in our industry.
Well, I think you're already doing an amazing job. And I love the idea that you're rehumanizing the industry. And I think it's such a beautiful way to do an impact, to bring back the humanity of things. And it's what I was saying, as society grows, companies grow, everything grows. It's so hard to detach from what connects us all, and is that we are all human, right? We all have different challenges, issues. So I think that what you're doing is amazing, and you say it very nicely. You can't do much by talking, and I love that you're one of those people that won't just talk, but do something about it. And it's the first time that I actually hear this from you. I had no idea that this was the whole reason of putting up the jobs every week. I had no clue. But now that you tell me the actual reason, it feels so pure and so beautiful. So I love that you're doing this, and please keep on doing it, because it's incredible. So I want to make the connection back to sustainable gaming, of course. And now you're clearly connecting it. So, like, sustainability has the environmental side, the social side, the economic side. There's so much about sustainability, even for businesses. There's a sustainable business, as in how to make sure a business will last. That's also sustainability in a way. Um, but when I focus on sustainability from the environmental or social side, both are super valid, both are incredible and much needed. What industry trends do you see coming to gaming, and how do you think they're connected to sustainable development?
Okay, that's actually really a good question. And by the way, thank you so much for what you mentioned. Like that really touched my heart. So
Super real. I tell you, I'm being super honest. I love what you
thank you
do.
so
I'm a
much. I
fan.
really appreciate it, Isabella. So for the question, I think like the answer is also hidden in the question because sustainability itself is the answer for many things. And on the top of it, I would also add authenticity of appearances, which is basically for companies to, you know, go for these two, especially sustainability should be at the core of their values. So authenticity matters, like being fully honest, transparent, even if you're not perfect, like, and show that you are taking real, consistent steps towards improvement. Gamers are smart and they can see through, hollow claims, and by sharing both big and small efforts, like companies can be transparent and build trusts, which is what truly counts. Because especially right now, when we think about gaming studios, publishers, edtech companies, service providers, it's lacking a lot. I think most of the industry folks would agree with this. So to be able to create this sustainability, authenticity, trust, whatnot, it's important to build a unique approach in their own scene from any perspective, like company, product, consultant, developer, whoever you are. You should just focus on these, and there we would go with sustainability.
Yes, Omer, I have a question because here you're talking a lot about authenticity, and I think this is super, super, super interesting. What type of approaches, innovative, unique, uh, whatever you want to call them, have you seen in tackling the current challenges in mobile gaming? Have you seen something specific
To
going
be
on?
honest, right now on that front, I'm also working on the rewarded space as well. So there is a shift from traditional ad driven model to rewarded experiences. And it's actually where players feel like they are getting something real out of it. So, like unlocking exclusive content or perks. So, actually, another interesting approach there is also having this linking rewarded experience to literally anything. It can be even cross platform or taking it out of it. And to be honest, actually, I really appreciate how that's eco, like you guys are managing this process, because even the series is about like
Thank you.
ocean, green wipes, so it's lovely.
Yeah. Thank you. I mean, for us, this is at the core of what we do: creating impact, creating real impact. And now that you're mentioning rewarded experiences, of course, we have the environmental rewards, but it's just about creating a good experience for players. This is all they want. They want good experience. They want real experience, and they want also something that is, some games, they are stuck with the same way of doing things for years and years and years, and then they start to lose players. And when they start creating a new experience, this can be through environmental rewards or through any type of rewarded experiences. I think this can really put them out of their comfort zone and not just bring back those players, but bring other new players that will also be interested in these new models. So I think that's amazing. However, there's something that you mentioned which I think is super cool. You said gamers are smart, and they're not just so smart, but they are also very curious and very skeptical. And now I want to make the bridge to the next question, which I'll introduce. So it's basically, I this word causes a lot of controversy, greenwashing, but for me it's so important to address the elephant in the room. Like for me, that's so important. Working at Dotseco, but also as an environmentalist myself, because I have passion for sustainable development. It's what I studied, it's what I do, it's what I write about, it's everything about me. Like my brand is sustainability in so many ways. So for me, this is super, super important. But you know what I've realized as we start to partner with different gaming studios and we have in-game campaigns, one of the main things I see is that players are asking questions. If I go to Facebook or to TikTok or to wherever our partners are putting up the campaign, so many of them are asking, how do we know this is real? What is happening here? How can we actually track the impact? How can I trust that this is not bullshit? I'm sorry for the word, but literally, like, how can I trust this is not a bunch of crap? So I think this is the next question, and is that how do you think businesses can actually do things the right way, which is very hard. Like, the right way, what is the right way? And what are your overall thoughts on greenwashing?
Of course, like it's so tricky one because it's like so easy to say yes, you are eco-friendly without actually being it. So uh, yeah, and you
So
can literally
easy,
do that.
so
Hey, we
easy, yeah.
support the world, we support like climate. Okay, but how? Like, give me data, you know. So basically, to do the things right, I think it must be literally there, not like faking. So it should be the core value, I think. And, not only being honest and transparent, but also remembering, like, okay, you don't have to do it perfect, but start from somewhere, make it consistent, make meaningful steps. So, and afterwards, gamers can spot when companies are genuinely making an effort versus when it's just for, money or show itself. So I would say like their authenticity is key, and showing the small steps, big goals, everything in between would solve it out. And to be honest, right now, one of the main problems is also this one in the industry. Basically, there are so many game developers normally like, hey, you're making games and it's so cool, etc. But that person is not even enjoying their own games, for example. It's not like, hey, I'm bringing a great game that millions of people will play. They don't even play their games. They are doing the art, but they're actually not liking the game itself. Or designer, user acquisition manager. Like, actually, months ago, Mate shared a really big article about sexist ads, for example. Like, right now, Isabella, so many user acquisition
Wow.
managers have to do work on sexist ads. Why? To get lower CPI, like to make the company, more profitable. You can literally use any tricks. And do you think
That's
that person is
insane. That's
motivated to
insane.
do this every day? Like, and then right now we are
Of
talking
course not.
about sustainability, right? So yeah.
That's insane. That's insane. You mentioned something, and it's that you need to start from somewhere and make it consistent, right? And I think that consistency is such a big part of it. I think it's very important to start from somewhere and make it consistent. And by consistent, I mean, of course, it's good if you like doing one activity to make an impact. I don't know, to save sea turtles or to protect this amount of wildlife. I think it's amazing and it's beautiful and it's real. I mean, if you work with Dotseco, it's real. I'm not sure about the others, but with Dotseco, for us, that the most important thing is real impact, and we actually make sure that that happens. But I think at the end, to gain the trust from the players, you need to make something constant, constant, because they will stop doubting. If you just do one activity and then you're claiming you're super sustainable, oh, I see such a thin line between greenwashing there or claiming something. And of course, the impact will happen. But if you just do one activity a year when it's Earth Day or World Oceans Day or World Animal Day, it's very easy to claim that you're sustainable and just use this day for marketing purposes. And I know this is super controversial, but this is what I think, and this is what we try to avoid also at Dotseco. We want to make sure that we have micro transformative impact all over the world that is constantly happening, and this is what we're aiming for. So I think it's a big challenge, but I think it's also very possible for a company to decide, okay, this is the new strategy, this is what we're going to do. And it's not easy. Yeah? Like, I know sustainability can be very hard, but it doesn't need to be necessarily. It really depends which angle you tackle it from. And I think this is really cool bridge for my next question. It's that looking ahead, what changes, and this is also about the ads, for example, that you just mentioned, what changes do you think are necessary for the mobile gaming industry to thrive in the coming years?
That's actually a big question. So to be honest,
Yeah.
like right now, I'm actually feeling a bit negative on that side because especially on edtech space, which is user acquisition and ad monetization, it's just going in a direction of making more money out of it. So it's kind of like, the drill, right? So if you want to be like millionaire, don't care about anything. You can squeeze anything, you can do anything. Also kind of like same for development side, which means right now, literally any genre from puzzle match 3 to, I don't know, like hyper casual, hybrid casual, simulation, it's copycat. And they are just, okay, this one looks profitable, let's do the same. And I believe we need to focus on how, as the industry, we can grow this sustainable growth over quick wins. Because if uh, all the companies keep doing this, it's just going down, and something should be done. I'm not the person to, okay, here is the regulation, we must all do. I can't do that. I'm not Trump, basically. So this means rethinking how we approach everything, like from privacy, respecting the user, monetization, advertising, and of course, getting back to the games, like creating games literally players enjoy so much, also developers enjoy. So that's the answer from my point of view.
I think it's a great answer, and I love that you're being so blunt about it, just literally saying what you think, and it's so true. It's all about the money these days. It's really hard to really meet a business and organization that genuinely cares about other than growth, which makes all the sense because you need to keep the business alive. So at the core of business is the sustainability of the business in the long term. But I think where things would be very beautiful, and it's also very utopian, is where profit matches impact, right? Like, okay, we want the business to keep growing, but we also want to do good for the planet or for society or keep employee well-being, which for you is super important, the work-life balance, making sure there is no burnout, making sure we don't need to do crazy layoffs if they're not absolutely needed, or becoming more conscious how we hire. But all in all, it's just about finding that balance between sustainable business and sustainable planet or society, both of them, which is really hard, sounds very utopian. But this is where I would see it going. So I love how you put it, and I love the idea, and I completely agree with that. And yeah, I think just to wrap it up, you say sustainable growth over quick wins. And even though it's very easy to have a quick win, to copy a game, to just implement something because it's trendy, it's about having a deeper mentality of, okay, what is the impact of this that I'm actually doing? Is it going to impact positively the players, the business, the strategy, or is it just a quick win that will give me a bunch of money for the next 2 months and will keep me steady, which is also fair, especially for small gaming studios. But maybe for the big ones who have more power, it's not that fair. So this is my take. And yeah, Omer, thank you so much. I love this conversation. It kind of flew by. I don't understand what happened.
Wow.
So I love it. But just to wrap up, how can people get connected with you or with Gamigion?
um I mean, they don't have to. First of all, I'm actually, yeah,
If they
if
want
they
to.
like literally need support for jobs, content, because I'm not doing it for money. Like, I don't earn anything, I just did it for supporting. So it's not like promoting myself, etc. So I really enjoy spending time with you, and we said, okay, let's do a podcast about it. So that's why I'm here. But of course, if you need any support, feel free to message me. I'm happy to share any, content wise, career wise, or also feel free to check out our newsletter where we do like mobile gaming today for latest trends, UA, AI, expert advice.
It's a great newsletter. It's
Yeah,
amazing. He's being
that's
humble. It's amazing.
yeah, but they don't have to. Like, it's fine.
But they don't have to. Okay, so it's clear you don't have to. Omer, thank you so much. It was a pleasure as always. Thank you for the energy. Thank you for the knowledge. Thank you for your input. It's been amazing.
Likewise,
Thanks
it
so
was
much.
great moderation and chat. So love it.
Thank you. Have a great day. Thanks so much.